Hello, every pony and every creature. This is Dratta Arcana at DAG. What's going on, folks? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. On the road to friendship. That's what's going on. Welcome to another blind reaction. As always, this is your all-time favorite alicorn. Well, favorite non-princess alicorn. Nor am I a prince. Do not judge. Darn it, do not judge. Anyways, this is Dratta, and today I'm going to be doing a blind reaction for On the Road to Friendship. Okay, this title has got me perplexed. I mean, really, it's got me a little confused because it could be about a number of things. My prediction, I don't know. I get the sense that maybe it's like one of the ponies might be having trouble with a friendship or whatever. But it says that it's on the road, so maybe we're gonna get a traveling episode? And the only one where on the road would fit might be Trixie and her wagon? So maybe it's about Trixie? I'm guessing, because she seems to be on the road a lot, besides the fact that she's been hanging out on Twilight's property and Trixie doesn't pay rent. What is up with that, Trixie? You should be paying Twilight rent, darn it. That's right. Twilight needs to be charging Trixie rent for her to put her wagon like on the Castle of Friendship's grounds. I swear, if she's not paying rent, I don't know what kind of world these ponies live in, but well, I know what kind of world they live in, but you'd think that as the princess, you would charge someone to put like their home like on your property. But I mean, come on. Anyways, maybe it's going to be about Trixie because it's on the road to friendship. So maybe Starlight's involved? Or maybe Twilight's involved. Now, that wouldn't surprise me. Maybe it's about Twilight and Trixie getting along better. Or maybe it's Starlight. But they're already friends, so... Maybe? But I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what the episode actually is about. I am just guessing if... I'm just guessing at this point. I really can't say for certain what this episode is really going to be about because it's such a interesting title, yet I can only think of really two ponies that this would actually affect. But, you know, it could be completely off. You could be like, but Dratta, your predictions are all wrong, and I'm going to be like, well, maybe they are. You know, it's hard to predict with just looking at the title and saying, I think this is what it's going to be about. But I bet if anything, it's going to be on the road. Who knows? It could be about Tempest Shadow. Now, that'd be really cool, is we finally get to see, like, Tempest Shadow. That would be awesome. Because she is on the road trying to spread the magic of friendship. So maybe Tempest will show up. I think that'd be great if Tempest appears. I would love that. But, you know, that would be really cool. I want to see Tempest again. I would love it if they finally would show either Princess Skystar, Tempest Shadow, maybe Queen Novo finally. I think they really need to get them back into the fold because we have references to all of them but they haven't appeared yet. And I'm really hoping that we can get past the references, where we're just referencing these people, but not actually showing which creatures and which ponies from the movie. So, I don't know. We'll see. But let's stop speculating and jump right into the episode. I think that would be awesome.
I don't know, folks. She's been in there a long time.
Uh-oh. Starlight. Oh, Flurry Heart.
The terrifying trunk escape is too much for her? What if the great and powerful Trixie can't escape? But if
Wow.
you're there, who's in here? Why, our volunteer, of course.
Crab apple surprise! Gotta tell a pony before you go a pooping them around the stage!
That is awesome. Okay.
Trixie.
It's definitely about, oh my gosh, Twilight.
I loved it.
Aw, Cadence. Cadence is in this episode?
The terrifying trunk escape does require a great and powerful assistant.
The way
Yeah.
you two work together, it's like you've known each other as long as Twilight and I have. It was pretty fun.
Of course it was. There's nothing better than a
Twilight,
bond with
what are
another
you
pony.
doing?
You can share all kinds of things. Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake. Clap your hooves and do a little shake.
Wow.
Stick to the stage magic for now.
The great and powerful Trixie doesn't change.
The great and powerful Trixie doesn't chant. So we have a Trixie episode. It only took like forever. So we have a Trixie episode, and I'm guessing Starlight is going to be involved. But it's not Tempest, so I'm sad. So I wonder what's going to happen. I like that Cadence made an appearance with Flurry Heart. But what I don't get is, yeah, we're not seeing much of the Crystal Empire or Canterlot and stuff. They've really been kind of keeping us in Ponyville.
As much as I love my one pony show, it's always nice to come to Ponyville and perform with my great and powerful...
Wait, don't you live on Princess Twilight's grounds?
Doing a show with you is almost as much fun as counseling students at Twilight School, which I'm supposed to be doing right now. See you later.
Aww, Starlight.
Excuse me, Miss Powerful.
Usually ponies just call me Trixie, but Miss Powerful has a nice...
Who is this?
From here to Saddle Arabia, I have seen nothing that compares with your wondrous show. Would you consider blessing my homeland with it?
I was just about to set out on tour, but Saddle Arabia is much farther than my usual route. And my caravan might not be suited for an extended tour.
Mine is new and quite spacious.
He's bragging.
I would happily trade it for yours.
Trade it? Heavens, no! This is more than just some great and powerful wagon you see before you. It is shelter. It is transportation. It is my only friend.
Oh, Trixie! So I really do like the newer Trixie than the old Trixie.
As I can. If I cannot convince you to bring your tour to Saddle Arabia, I must be prepared to relate its magnificence to your many fans there.
Many fans, you say?
What? She's got fans in Saddle Arabia? She's never been there? What is this?
Wonderful! I look forward to seeing you on the road. And if you change your mind about the caravans, my offer remains open.
It's just so far away. Of course, I love visiting new and exciting places. I am a traveling magician, after all.
Traveling? Haven't
Sounds
you
like
been
your mind's made
camping
up.
at, like, Twilight?
Not quite. The road is a lonely place, and this trip even
Why
more
is
so.
Trixie
I
in
was
Starlight's
hoping I might
office?
convince my great and powerful assistant to come along. Of
Aww.
course. You're not just my assistant and my counselor. You're also my friend. And what's better than a road trip with friends?
Nothing.
Well,
This will be the best
where to
road
back
trip
again,
ever.
anyone? Let's go on a road trip again where...
I should probably get some pony to cover my student counseling duties while we're gone. Trixie, are you all right?
One caravan for two, all set. Oh, you brought luggage. I mean, of course you brought luggage.
I did everything two ponies need for the road trip of their lives.
Trixie, your hair is a
1,000
mess.
piece puzzles, one copy of Dragon Pit, the best board game in the history of ponies, my famous collection of campfire spices, and an inflatable raft. Did I forget something? I can pop back to the castle and grab it.
Oh no, it isn't that.
Yeah, maybe we don't need the raft.
We just needed a little great and powerful reorganization. Now everything fits just fine.
Who's gonna pull your wagon?
Oh, who am I kidding? My wagon is too small for us. I understand if you're having second thoughts.
Second thoughts? Are you kidding? This wagon isn't small, it's cozy. And there's no such thing as too cozy.
Well, all right then. I guess it's time to hit the road. I'll start us off.
That brings back memories.
Cozy.
That reminds me of where to back again.
You're sure
So
you
we're
would
giving a
rather
lot of
go?
continuity to the episode.
I'm sure.
And you're not backing out. The two of us sleeping in that cozy caravan could get tricky.
Trixie, there's plenty of high-quality inns to stay at on the way. Don't worry about it.
How did you have time to
Greatest
research
and
that,
most
Starlight?
powerful road trip bonding experience two ponies could ever have.
Well, when you put it like that, I'm actually kind of excited. Me too.
Thank goodness we're not like Twilight and others.
I would
We're
hold
so
off on
smug
the
about it.
excitement. And they're talking about Twilight. Starlight, you're making the wagon heavier for Trixie. Get off the top of it.
We're off.
Oh, we get a song.
To friendship.
Yeah.
Our ride might be tiny and small.
It's walking though, eh, Trix?
I am walking. But road trips are a great way, we've been told, to get along.
I'm glad we're sticking to it. We've already got a song.
On the road to friendship. Just like peas in a pod.
Twilight, Starlight, you know you needed the magic, right?
My offer to trade caravans still stands.
Wait, what did he say?
Nothing. We're so tight.
See, you did need the raft.
I guess we're stuck together because we're friendship bound. Sure is great traveling with you, buddy. You too, buddy.
I like this song. We're getting a lot of continuity while we're at it, folks.
We've each got the other to blame.
Any trip can be exhausting if you make a fuss.
But we get on so well that there's no way that could be us.
Why don't you just help them?
On the road to friendship.
Wait.
Wait.
That swamp is closer to Ponyville than the fireplace. Why do they have to loop back around?
We can't move around. Like a race where you tie your hopes together and have to move in perfect synchronization to win. We're friendship bound.
Okay, now they're in the desert.
Or like a buddy movie where the two protagonists can't get away from each other because they're wearing cuff cuffs.
We're friendship bound.
Hey, they made it. So, anyone remember that Daring Do episode of Saddle Arabia? Yeah, that's where we're at again.
Specific supplies, and we only have so many bits, so we'll have to spend them wisely.
Sorry about wasting bits on street food.
Oh, it's fine. Falafel bonding, right? Besides, we still have enough for hay cakes and juice.
Why don't we go there?
Oh, no. I always buy my hay cakes here.
So we're just going to wait in line for hours, which is totally cool. Waiting in line bonding, right? right.
Waiting in line.
After our falafel purchase, we weren't able to get everything on my list, but we are definitely set for breakfast.
And I'm sure we'll find out that waiting in that super long line was worth it.
A few hiccups always happen. We'll be back on the road to friendship after a good night's sleep. Roll full.
I'm sure we'll find something.
Nope.
Sorry.
All full!
Ah, the Glow Pass Festival. Some nebula is no doubt filled to the brim.
Okay, so I got a feeling that this other pony is problematic. I don't trust him. He's got a fancy wagon, a fancy clothes, and a fancy robe.
You might have thought to make a reservation.
I've been with you singing and standing in line. When would I have done that?
I don't know, but I'm starting to think you aren't as great and powerful an assistant as I thought.
So you just brought me along to do your legwork?
No, of course not. I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated. I was really looking forward to a relaxing night in a nice room.
Oh,
But
Trixie,
since there's
that's
literally
adorable.
no room at the inns, I guess it's lucky we've got the wagon. Sleeping in tight quarters bonding.
Yay!
They sound so enthusiastic.
Is there something I can do to make things more comfortable for you?
You could get rid of this junk.
Yes. Well, before we throw away the magical items it's taken me years to collect, we could try switching hammocks.
Fine.
Someone snores.
Starlight! Starlight!
Wait, Starlight snores? This is original.
Starlight!
Starlight is a snorer.
What?
I'm sorry. Your snoring is a bit,
Loud? Yeah, I do that. I had my village convinced we were being attacked by bears every night.
Wow, I love Trixie's face right there. Starlight is a snorer. I can't believe that Starlight snores. That is great. We learned something new about Starlight. Oh, and Trixie talks in her sleep. Trixie, oh my gosh, Trixie. You talk in your sleep and Starlight snores.
Sure did.
Is, that the last of the hay cakes?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's fine.
I don't suppose there's, more juice.
Yeah.
Aw, they're not getting along right now. That's not good.
Glorious morning.
That guy, I don't trust him. He's got a
I can't
weird
tell you how
mane
much I am
and
looking forward to
everything.
the first show of your tour.
Is he gonna be following us for the whole time?
I do not know.
She's been in there a long time. Do you suppose the terrifying trunk escape is too much for a pony who drinks all the juice and talks nonstop? What if the great and powerful Trixie can't?
Sleep? Because her roommate snores like an Ursa Major?
Oh my gosh.
But if
They're
you're there,
fighting while in the
who's
middle
in
of
here?
the show.
There's not much room in here.
At least you don't have to sleep in it with another pony!
That's not as impressive.
Oh, would you like the last carrot? I know how fond you are of eating the last of things.
Oh no! It
Wow.
might be thirsty, and we
This
don't
is
have
going
anything
south
to
quick,
drink,
folks.
so-
The good news is, I'm so exhausted I could sleep through a stampede of wild boars, which you'll be delighted to know is only slightly louder than your snoring.
Well, I'm looking forward to rehearsing the act with you all night. So diligent of you to go over it and over it in your sleep.
Practice makes perfect.
Not today, it didn't.
Well, I'm sorry you're so miserable.
Really? Because if you wanted to make things more comfortable,
Oh
you could always
man,
tear down a
they're
bed.
fighting over and over and
Well,
over.
since you're so concerned about space, you can have it all. I'll sleep under the stars where at least the wild animals will be quieter than you.
They are not getting along at the moment.
I do not mean to interrupt, but it seems there is trouble on the road to friendship.
You think?
Reference to the title.
Where's my wagon?
I traded it to that pony from Saddle Arabia for his. He even threw in a pair of robes.
That's not good. Starlight, what have you done?
I traded the old, worn-out wagon that was too small for us for this nice, new, spacious one that we can both enjoy.
Who said you could do that?
No, Pony, I just did it.
Trixie.
Now we both have plenty of room, and you didn't even have to give anything away.
Au contraire, I did give something away. I gave away my wagon and my best friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were better friends with that beat-up old wagon than you are with me.
Well, it's easy when the wagon is a better friend. It would have never traded you away.
That's ridiculous.
Starlight, stop being logical.
This whole tour is ridiculous. I don't even know why I invited you in the first place.
Well, maybe I should just head home.
I think that's a very good idea. And you can take this horrible giant caravan with you. Fine. Good.
I don't know. I feel like that Trixie is really getting...
Goodness! Oh, Miss Powerful. But where is your assistant? I had hoped providing you with a more comfortable means of conveyance would allow you to once more dazzle the crowds with mystifying feats of magic.
Normally, that sort of flattery would suffice. But today, we must discuss your dishonest and unfair procurement of my wagon.
Yeah, that's... I'm gonna agree with Trixie. It's often I don't agree with Trixie,
Seems
but...
like a perfectly honest and fair trade to me.
Unfortunately, it is more nuanced than that.
Sure it is, but I am eager to set out, if you'll excuse me. I am willing to wait as long as you are.
I don't like this pony.
We'll just see about that.
Wow. Wow.
Even if I was willing to reverse the trade, you don't have my caravan to offer in return.
Details!
I think that wagon's a little bit heavier.
When there were two of us. This place is awful. How did I not see it before?
I think that smaller wagon was much better.
Traveling ponies.
Your song really inspired us. We decided we need to head off on the road to friendship, too.
It sure beats the road to deliveries.
Yeah, sometimes traveling together is hard. You reminded us you can also make it fun. Thanks again.
At least, you know, they're making things, like, interesting.
Steaming hot beverage?
Thank you, no.
What are you two doing?
Taking a stand by lying down. Not that you care, wagon trader aware.
I'm afraid I'm still not interested, despite your assistant's convenient appearance.
Trixie, I came back to apologize. I should never have traded away the wagon. It wasn't mine to trade. It belongs to my friend.
If you truly were friends, I suppose I'd be honor bound to reverse the trade.
Okay, fine. We're friends. Best friends who share a deep bond but weren't prepared for the emotional challenges of traveling. Happy?
I'm still unconvinced.
Yeah, he's totally unconvinced.
Your friend.
I don't like this that unicorn.
Do our friendship chant.
All right. Our world famous chant of friendship that we do all the time because we're such great friends. Magic. Magic.
This is not going over very well with.
Oh! One wave your.
He's totally not convinced. You guys are failing terribly.
That was the worst friendship chant I have ever heard. And you two were clearly making it up as you went. But only true friends would be willing to act so ridiculous for one another.
So you'll give back the wagon?
Though I'd suggest heading back to Ponyville. I'm not sure Saddle Arabia is ready for this.
That's fair.
Oh, they've
Sorry,
returned.
Your Saddle Arabian tour was ruined.
Honestly, I don't think I could have stood one more second on the road. At a certain point, I don't even like traveling with myself.
It is a lot harder than I thought. Still, I'm glad we tried. Mostly so we know not to do it again.
It's made our friendship greater and more powerful than ever.
You know, there's actually plenty of room in here for one pony nap. Is the show over?
Oh, that was a great ending right there. That was hysterical. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, folks, that is a very interesting MLP episode. We finally got a Trixie episode. What took them so long? Last time we had Trixie like super involved might have been season 7? I'm thinking maybe, I can't remember. I know it's been a while since we had something based around Trixie and Starlight's friendship. Maybe it was Bottled Up in season 7, I think was the last time we got character development out of Trixie and Starlight together. The rest of season 7 was like a lot about I'm gonna forget his name now. I feel terrible. Sunburst. There we go. Yeah, the last time we seemed to get a lot of Starlight development, but as a counselor, I feel like that Starlight kind of betrayed her her actual position at Twilight School. Like, it's almost like that as friends, the ponies are, you know, making mistakes as friends, but they don't seem to make as many mistakes with the school. It's almost like that when they're out on their own, it's relearning things and stuff. So, what's kind of the lesson here? Because usually every MLP episode has a lesson or whatever. Well, I think the biggest lesson here to learn is not all friends can travel together. It's when you're friends with someone, sometimes traveling together is going to be a little bit harder than if you don't travel together. So when you're planning trips and stuff, and you're thinking of going with friends and stuff, be ready to find out things about your friends that you probably wouldn't have known. Like we had no idea that Starlight snored, or that Trixie practiced her routine in her sleep. That's something we didn't know about that. And apparently Starlight snores really loud, which is great. But we had no idea about that. But they had traveled together before, and we got a really cool song, too. I'm interested to see how many remixes are going to come out of that one. But at the same time, you know, I feel like that when they were traveling together, they were living in such close quarters that they weren't really able to, like, put up with each other. So that's what was interesting. But also another lesson here is that the other lesson that I think the show approaches is the value of something that you have had for your entire life. Everyone's got that one thing that is very emotionally, that they're very emotionally attached to. And for Trixie, it doesn't matter how big the wagon is, how nice the wagon is. She wants her wagon. She has had that wagon since season 1. And she's probably had it for longer than that. That wagon is everything to her. She has been traveling with that wagon. It has been the closest friend to her. And I feel like that Starlight missed Trixie's point when Trixie said the wagon would never have given you away. Starlight forgets that Trixie's wagon is as much a part of her as her friend. So when Starlight gave away the wagon, it was like a betrayal to her closest friend. And that's how I'm taking it. And that's what's interesting. When you have something so emotionally attached to you, something that, you know, defines who you are. Trixie's wagon is a part of her. It may be an inanimate object, but it's a part of who she is. So Starlight trading it, it's like Trixie's loss of her wagon is so massive that she, you know, feels like that she lost a part of herself when Starlight traded away the wagon. So, if something has sentimental value, the point is here, where I'm trying to go with this is, if something has sentimental value to you, and it's something that you have cherished all your life, whether it be a specific stuffed animal, something that belonged to your grandfather or your grandmother who has passed away, or it belongs to someone that you really care about, it belongs to a very, very close friend. Imagine what would happen to you if that item became either lost, misplaced, or someone decided to steal it and sell it. How would you feel having lost that most cherished item, an item that defines who you are? And that's the point, is you can't really replace an item like that. When you've attached such sentiment or such emotion to a specific item, you can't just give away that item like it was nothing. Just like Trixie, she freaked out and she was crying the moment her wagon was gone. It was a part of her. It was like losing a part of her soul or her entire being. You know, she had such attachment to that wagon. That's why she refused to trade it, because it held everything in her life, her memories and stuff. Remember how broken up Twilight was when she lost the Golden Oak Library to Tirek? In that episode where she's avoiding her castle because it just didn't feel like home. that Golden Oak Library was a part of who she was. You know, that's why she loved it. Right, Twilight? Yes. Twilight says yes. But losing something that you're attached to. So we kind of got two lessons here, and you kind of have to look deep for them. And those are kind of the two lessons. Don't trade away something that has such sentimental value, because you can't replace that item ever. Also, don't, and also, your friends might not always make the best traveling companions, but just remember that you're friends. And don't disrupt your friendship because you both can't travel together. Recognize that you guys don't travel well together, and, you know, and try to work on a solution. And I guess there's a third, more hidden secret, and that is, in this episode, it also shows that going to a place that's not on your regular route is a good opportunity to learn something. Even if you learn a negative thing, the journey to it is always interesting. So always try something. 2, try to do something different than what you're used to on occasion. But that's kind of like every other episode, so I'm not really going to use that as the lesson here. And you're probably like, but Dratta, you know, you missed all the lessons entirely. And I'm going to be like, well, yeah, I probably did. But this is what I'm taking away from it. So this is my opinion in everything. Every time I do these blind reactions, it's my opinion on what I got away from the episode. You could take away something completely different, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on this episode as well. Did you find, you know, Trixie and Starlight snoring and talking to themselves in their sleep absolutely hysterical? It would have been funnier if Luna showed up, because that would just been funny. And I like that we got to see a little bit of Cadence, and we got to see the Cadence Twilight, you know, in sync thing, which was really cool. We hadn't seen that in a while, and that was awesome. Plus, it's adorable that Flurry Heart was on top of Cadence's head. That was gorgeous. I mean, I didn't comment on it, and I look back and I'm like, oh, I should have said something. That was just adorable. So, I'm very content with this episode. It's a good Trixie episode. We got to see a lot of Trixie and things about Starlight and Trixie that maybe we didn't get to see before. And overall, we got to go back to Saddle Arabia, which was mentioned in the movie. It was a Daring Do episode, and it was a very good continuity thing. We got to meet a new traveling pony. I was skeptical of him completely throughout the episode, but I think that he's going to be a one-of. I don't think we're going to see him again. I feel like that he's very specific to this episode, and we might not see him again. I might be wrong, and we might see him again. You know what would be really interesting? He didn't have the eyes, but what would be even crazier is, what if that was Queen Chrysalis? Now that would be awesome if he was actually Queen Chrysalis and trying to emotionally break down Trixie and ruin Trixie and Starlight's relationship, like undercover or whatever. I think that would be really cool by trying to get the trade of the two wagons. Maybe Queen Chrysalis was trying to break up their friendship, but this is all speculation. You know, I have no proof of any of this. But I find that thinking outside the box on when we get a new character, I immediately like to say that maybe that character is Queen Chrysalis, because it just makes it interesting. But I don't think that that's the case. I think he's going to be a one-of. Maybe we'll see him again. It's like Cheese Sandwich having a talking role, and then we don't really see him do a talking role for like ever. Like, we haven't seen anything of Cheese Sandwich since Twilight's Kingdom Part 2, where he just shows up as the rainbow goes by him, and we haven't seen him ever again. And that's kind of like how I feel with some of the ponies that are showing up, or some of the characters that are showing up that are side characters in one episode, but they're never going to show up again. So, hit my mic. But overall, every pony and every creature, this is a good episode. I don't really look at a lot of Trixie episodes because I'm not a huge fan of Trixie. There's a couple characters I'm not a huge fan of, and Trixie is definitely one of them. But I definitely like her more now, especially after the last couple Trixie episodes. Evil Trixie, I just couldn't get on board with. Because personally, I did not like her in the first episode that she appeared. I think that they were trying to lean people towards that. And then definitely her worst moment was when she put on the alicorn amulet. But I feel like that now, after seeing her in Bottled Up, in this episode, and we've gotten some more Trixie development, I'm actually starting to like Trixie a little more. In fact, we got Trixie and Starlight singing a song. So I'm very happy for Trixie. And I'm starting to really, really enjoy her as a character. And I felt like that Starlight too, I mean, I can't go back and watch not the Cutie Remark episode, the one where they go to Starlight's village the first time because of the map. That episode, that season finale, I can't rewatch because it just, Starlight, I feel like that Starlight in that episode, I don't know what it is about that episode. I just don't like it. And then the multiple, when Starlight does the time thing, where she goes back in time, I enjoyed the second part of that, but not the first part. So, but then when we got the later episodes of Starlight, I started to really get on board with her, and I started to actually like her character. That was like the same for me with Discord. I started liking Discord's character in later episodes. I don't know what it is, but I think that what it is with me is that I don't like to see the fighting that goes on between the reformed, before they were reformed villains, and the battles between them and the main six. I don't know what it is, but I don't like to see that. But, you know, that's just me. I like some of the action stuff that goes on in the MLP series, but I'm kind of getting off topic, and Dratta getting off topic is Dratta getting off topic. I do it all the time. Cake. Did someone say cake? Anyways, every pony and every creature. As always, this is Dratta Arcana, and I would have to give this episode maybe a 4 out of 5. This was a good episode. I liked it. I liked the writing. I liked the song and everything. This is definitely an episode I might rewatch. When I saw that Trixie might be the main focus of the episode, I'm just like, I still think that they're doing too much with the school, and they're not focusing on enough of the other kingdoms. Like, they need to be looking at Canterlot. They need to be looking at the Crystal Empire. We haven't seen the Crystal Empire in, like, forever. We haven't... Last time we were in Canterlot was, like... I don't even know when the last time we were there. I think it was the beginning of the season here. Or, no, it was the last episode. Flim and Flam opened a school in Canterlot. But anyways, that's besides the point. We're not getting I'm kind of wondering, like, how is Cadence and Shiny Armor doing with the Crystal Empire? That's what I want to know. And I'd like to see them add in an episode where we go back there. But also, you know, we're very focused on Twilight School, and they need to get back to the other sections. So, but we'll see. We'll see what the next episode has in store next week. And overall, good episode. This is definitely one that I'll probably rewatch and I'll have a lot of fun with. Anyways, every pony, every creature. This is Dratta Arcana at DAG, and no more but Dratta comments. No but Dratta comments. I swear. You can say but Dratta, and I'm going to be like, I'm going to cry. I need some ice cream. So, anyways, guys, there you go. Dratta beating random again. But anyways, have a good evening. Give your love to whatever pony you want to give your love to. You can give your love to Luna to help you sleep at night, or you can give your love to Twilight, or definitely give your love to Trixie and Starlight for them doing a good job in this episode. Anyways, every pony, every creature, I'm going to get out of here. Don't hate the Alicorn OC. I swear he's that story is coming, folks. I'm not revealing it just yet. Anyways, have a good night.